Whoa, Shoshana, where are you off to today that you need a wheelbarrow, buckets, and shovels? Well, today we're going to take a trip down recent memory lane. We're going to go visit the location of where my little farm was and harvest soil that I had made while the farm was there. What do you mean, harvest soil? Well, I set up the conditions for good soil. I set up a good mulch. I set up a good system to create soil. And now I'm going to go harvest it. What? Wait a second. Shouldn't that be left where you made it? Well, here's the thing. Where I made the soil, there's nothing there right now. And I will still leave enough of it behind in order to regrow new. But I'm just curious to see how well it worked. Any of you who have been with me from the beginning, you know how much I love this view. And you know how every day I would come out and forage for the rabbits. But I want to point out to you guys, look at these wonderful flowers. These, the bees love to harvest. You can see the bee here. You see that? Look at that. And this is the main source of food for bees in this season. It's called, I forget its name at the moment. It's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, I would come out and I would forage every day. Remember that? Wow. Zoom in. Hello, Tel Aviv. But we are here. Look at how overgrown it is. Do you see this tree? No water. It has survived with no water. The whole place here is totally overgrown. Look at that. No water, yet it was still quite healthy. Here we go. I found some soil. Look at that. I get to harvest it. Of course, I'll leave a little bit so it can grow again. Oh, look at how good quality that soil is. Look at that, I'm taking a little break. Do you see these leaves? Do you see them? That's the fig tree. Hasn't gotten water in 2 summers, but it did through the winter and it survived. Look at the olive tree. Look at that. 2 summers with no water and still going strong. Oh, and you see, here's what I did. I left it in the bucket. So the bucket heats up during the day, just like the rocks, and then condensation at night. And that is what helps this olive tree. Oh, beautiful. So if I scratch this, we get down to the concrete dirt that I started with. If you can see the difference there, it's the lighter colored. So I'm gonna leave this here, and then I'm gonna take a pile of these weeds and I'm going to cover this back up again so that it can continue to create soil. There you go. It's covered. It's got a nice thickness to it. And I'll come back in a few months and do the same all over again. Look at that! 3 buckets. Okay, so this bucket is a little bit larger, so it's 3/4. And then this one is full, and then that one is about half. But this is what we harvested in 1 year. 1 year of just the ground being covered. And all I had to do was start the process. And now, every year, I can come out and harvest a little bit from each of these little points. Because you see, soil is just compost. Go. Here's the fig tree from another angle. Look at that. That is so beautiful. Now this one, I don't want to walk over all of this bramble to get there. This one does not have the bucket, but I did make sure to put a lot of boards around it and a lot of rocks around it so that it'll still get condensation and that the moisture from the soil won't evaporate so quick. Oh, I'm so excited to see these trees here. Look at this orange tree. Look at that, it's doing so well. So well. Again, this is leftovers from the roots of an orange tree, and didn't get any water for 2 summers. Now somebody did something wonderful. They took all the weeds down here, took all the weeds down, and then they put all the weeds up against the tree. You can see they gave it mulch, and somebody has been making sure it stays mulched, and I think that is just fantastic. I don't know who, but somebody. Look at this beautiful tree. Also surviving very, very nicely. Now this tree at its base has a lot of stones built into the ground. So it gets a lot of water, and it also has the mulch from the weeds. But isn't this just beautiful? Oh, I miss this view. Until next time.